What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Pursuit of Profits, episode 5, I believe. We're on, episode 5. I'm going to be doing a video every day. I'm going to start doing a video every single day, and every day we're going to do 1 week of back testing, and I'm going to literally just get as much data as I literally can for my strategy so that I have 100% confidence when I come into the market. So today we're going to be doing February 2020, first week of February 2020. Now, I already finished January, as you guys have probably watched in the other videos. I've already done January, and I finished January actually yesterday, and we finished with 11% profit. So as you guys can see, we had an absolute killer month. If I go back to the table here, we're up $5,500 on the $50,000 account. We had one loss throughout the whole month, and the rest were wins or break even. Absolutely great month. So I just honestly just want to dive right into this, and then we can basically go from there. So we're going to be starting off on Monday, February 6th, and we're just going to check the news for the week to make sure that we're all good. So on Monday, we do have PMI at 10, so I am gonna bump us up to the 7 o'clock hour there. Should be there now. Where are we at? And okay, awesome, perfect. So we're at the 7 o'clock now. We've had news come out. So we do, what's the news for the week look like? So we got Tuesday, we have news, no news Tuesday, or sorry, we have news Tuesday. President Trump speaks. That's funny to see, President Trump speaks. Wednesday, we have some news. Do we have news at 10? No, we don't. Oh yeah, 10. So that'll be 7. And then kind of same thing. Okay, sounds good. Awesome. All right, so looking at the charts here on the daily, a bit more bearish now because we just inversed this. So I'm a bit bearish on the daily. We are in this 4-hour fair value gap. So we have a 4-hour fair value gap that we're trading in, which is in equilibrium for sure. 1 hour fair value gap, 1 hour order block. I don't really trade order blocks, but we do have that 1 hour order block, and I'm gonna assume that we have like a 15. Yeah, we got a 15-minute fair value gap, unfilled fair value gap down below. Maybe we can get like a 5-minute entry down to this one, to this 15. So just gonna kind of hang out here and see what we can get. Looking at the 5-minute, we have quite a few unfilled here. We have this unfilled. We have this filled, so this fair value gap has been filled already. Yeah, honestly, I'd just be open to personally, I don't like this. And the reason why is just because I don't know, we have this 5-minute right below that we already tapped into. I can see it working out, but I personally don't like it. Yeah, exactly what I thought. Personally, would not have taken that trade. I want a higher time frame inverse. We're gonna literally get nothing. I mean, you could have taken that, but I don't know if I would have taken that right away. With all this extra, it makes sense with this LRL sitting here. I just kind of skipped. I just didn't like the, but that, you could have taken this. This would have been a clean trade, and if you didn't take that one, could have taken the retracement trade to here. Boom. Yeah, that trade probably would have worked out, but I just don't like how we filled that 5-minute. Yeah, I'm going to call this a no trade day. It's just slow price action here. That would have been the only trade that 1 minute, but I don't know. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. Alright, so we got the next day here right around, and we do have We don't have news until 9 p.m. Oh, wow, okay. So 6:30 is a go. We are good at trading for 6:30. 6:45, that's fine with me. Alright, let's take a look at what we're looking at. So, in my opinion, we still are a bit bearish. I know we're taking out all these highs here, but we are just because of this. Just because we inverse this fair value gap, so like theoretically kind of still bearish. If I was to take a short, I'd want to see us take this high out, not just leave it. The 4 hours definitely bullish until we take this high. Definitely bullish until we take this high. We have a couple unfilled fair value gaps down below. The 1 hour time frame definitely bullish as well. Got a bunch of 1 hours filled below. And honestly, I'd be open to, if we can take the high out, I'd be open to trading this for sure. Yeah, that's really it. 6:30 open, unless he would have taken a long there, right? So that's the only thing I could think of, because we have an hourly. This is the 6:30 candle, and I skipped a little too far ahead. So this is the 6:30 candle, would have taken, probably would have come down to a lower time frame, because you would have seen that we tapped into this fair value gap here. And I know this is all hindsight. People are going to be like, oh, it's fucking hindsight. I literally would take this every day. Yeah, I would have, this would have been a trade I would have taken. So annoying. That is so annoying. Because I would have taken this because we had the high above. So you would have been, boom, longing here. I just don't think I don't think it's going to hit our 1 to 2 though, so I can't complain on that. And then you just long to the high, which is, but that's the drawn liquidity is all the way up there. So regardless, we hit it anyways. I would have taken this 9 times out of 10. 1 hour, fair value gap tap, obvious drawn liquidity. That's obvious. I'm counting this trade. I don't care what anybody says. I would have taken that 9 times out of 10. Now look for shorts, like if you wanted to, right? If you're still looking for shorts, we have an unfilled 5 here with relative equal lows, unfilled 5 below. I would just drop time frames, look for the lowest time frame with lowest time frame inverse fair value gap, I guess highest time frame. Probably open up this 3 minute. So if we can get this 3 minute, come up to the 5. We have a 5 minute now. We have another unfilled 5 right here. What time are we at? 7:45. Still valid. Still very valid. Could take that, but I personally wouldn't. We have this. Boom. Inverse 3 minute. The only thing I don't like is there's equal highs above, but trade down to the 5 minutes. So right now, this would have been break even, because you would have gone break even at that low. Let's see if it works out. And you would have been stopped out. But break even trade for the second trade, and then first trade, which was this long to these highs, which is a winner. Alright, so Wednesday we have news at 10, so we'll just jump straight to the 7 o'clock candle. Beautiful, okay. So coming down to the daily, definitely bullish. Definitely bullish on the 4 hour. What are we doing? Where was price coming from? We're coming from 4 hour fair value gap. What have we left behind? Relative equal highs above. Beautiful. Come down to the 1 hour. What do we got? Yes, we disrespected this, but we have this So I was just reading something about Dodgy was going off about it, how he theoretically would discount this as one gigantic fair value gap. So here we go. We got this 1 hour here. Let's see if this 1 hour will open. But we have an unfilled 15. If we can actually get some sort of structure lower, that would be ideal. If we can get some sort of structure lower, leave behind that. Maybe come down to take out these lows. That would be beautiful, unless... No, I'd rather see more structure, honestly, because, like, I mean, you could long this 1 minute here. This 1 minute is definitely valid for longing. You would just take the long, stop at the low, and then obviously break even at these relative equal highs there and target wherever. I personally would rather wait for more structure, especially because news just came out. Exactly why. So I personally would wait for more structure. I would like to see maybe these lows get taken. Maybe a 3 minute, there we go. Just left behind that. If we can leave like a 5 minute fair value gap, that'd be ideal. Perfect. I would 100% long this if we can disrespect this 5 minute. And the reason being, we have relative equal highs here. We have relative equal highs at the top. We're in a 1 hour fair value gap down below, which is, we do have an unfilled 4, so you got to keep that in mind, unless we haven't closed that quite yet. But we left behind a 15 minute bullish fair value, or a 15 minute unfilled fair value gap above. So I would long this any day if we can get it. Okay, now we're respecting more. We are now at 7:30, so I'll jump here. Okay, what do I want? What do I want? I don't know what I want. Have an unfilled 5 there. Do we get anything on the 1 minute? Theoretically, you could have taken this actually. Boom. Stop at the low. TP1's at this high here. Stop would be a break even. This would have been a break even trade if you took this. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna pretend like I took it. But here's your unfilled 5, which is literally right above here. We have this 3 minute here, and then we have a 5 minute there. Like, that's the only thing I could look to take. But I honestly don't think we're gonna continue bullish for some reason. Might be SMT at the highs, but maybe we're just coming down, sweeping out more of these lows to then push higher. Could very well do that. If we can leave this 15 minute, that'd be ideal. Perfect. This is clean. This would be clean. This would be clean. I keep saying that, but this would be clean. Alright, what's this at? 750. Perfect timing. I would long this for sure. Stop at the low. TP1. Break even would just be the highs there, and then you just long till hopefully the top. But so it'd be a break even now. Yeah, break even now. Just nearly missed the break even point. Probably would have taken me out with spread. Let's see if it runs. Nah, stop me out. So this is just a break even day. Yeah, so this is a break-even day. So as you guys can see, the longs really play off that 1 hour fair value gap. So it did work out, just didn't have the entry, didn't have the timing, just didn't work out right. So not a problem. Bias was right, entry and just time and price was not aligning together. So all right, the next day we're good on news, so we'll just jump straight into it. Daily time frame, clearly still bullish. We have this fair value gap here now, so we could trade lower to the fair value gap. 4-hour time frame, we are inside of a 4-hour fair value gap currently as we speak, so we definitely could see a reaction off of that up towards the relative equal highs I was looking to draw towards to begin with. I know they're not like equal highs, but they're relative equal, so coming down to 1 minute or 1 hour time frame, same thing. We inversed this fair value gap here, so just by a bit, but still inversed it, still counting that. I ideally would like to see I'm open to longing for sure. I know the 15 minutes kind of not looking the most bullish, but we did just take this low out. We are at 6 o'clock, so I will jump to 6:30. Okay, now we're at 6:30. Price is just tanking. We are respecting off of this 15 here. I might wait for the hourly to close just so we can take a look to see if we disrespect this 1 hour or not. Okay, so we respected the 1 hour. Respected the 1 hour fair value gap, so I'm looking to I'm looking a long. Would have been a nice long actually if we, because we would have opened here. It's another scenario where the trade would have been valid, but right there, boom, 1 hour open or 1 hour unfilled fair value gap. The 1 hour candle opens right. Oh, it opens there, so that doesn't really help out. 5 minute inverse, could have taken that 5 minute right there, but we had this unfilled 5 here. I wanted to wait a bit, so I'm gonna go and jump to, delete that, jump to a 15, if not 15, let's go to a 5. Probably going to rip up, but if we can come down to refill this, like to tap this, then okay, so we tap that. Unfilled 15 above. Tapping into this 5 minute. We are reacting off of this 15 here, so we do got to keep that in mind. The only trade I would think is this 3 minute here. But I don't know if I like that. And I mean, I wouldn't take that, but it probably will work. It would have been a break-even trade. Yeah, the draw is right. So the draw on liquidity was right. I think the only trade that would have actually been the best play would have been down here at this 1 minute inversion. Taking that, stop of the low. And then, yeah, that would have been the play. It's this 1 minute inversion down here. But I wanted to wait for the 1 hour to close. So, doesn't count as taking that. That would have been it though. So, no trade. No trade. And then the next day on Friday we have it's NFP this day too. Okay. Alright, so now we're at the last day. We definitely could see price coming down to this hourly unfilled, or sorry, daily unfilled fair value gap, but take a look at what the 4 hour is telling us, because that's a big picture. The 4 hour time frame, we are still respecting this fair value gap here. We haven't disrespected anything on this side. We just have disrespected a lot here, and we have this 1 hour here. So I am in a 50-50 bias. I do think that daily fair value gap will be a draw on liquidity for sure. But we are in a bit of 50-50 bias, and more bullish is holding. As you guys can see, bullish is holding. So it just depends on this. I honestly would be tempted to wait for the hourly to close to see if we respect this or not, because that would definitely tell my bias. If I was too long, I'd like to see this low be taken for sure, but which just got taken. I'm gonna jump, I think, the hour to the hour. I think I will. I know I did this last time and we missed out on the trade, but bias is not super duper clear, and I want bias to be clear. Let's go to the hourly quickly and go down to here. The 4 hour. Alright, so the 4 hour respects it. The hourly respects this, sweeps out this low. I'm open to longs. I'm open to longing for sure. So on the 15-minute, coming down to a 5-minute. We don't got much on the 5-minute. Don't really have much on anything right now, actually, to be honest. I mean, could long this theoretically. It could long this. Might be an SMT here, but I don't think I like that. I don't really like where that is. Stop to be like there. And ride it all the way up to here. Personally, I don't like that. Watch it work out. Boom. That's funny. I don't know if I don't think I would have taken that trade, guys, to be honest. Like, it's clean. The only way I would have really liked to take it if there was SMT. So if there was an SMT here, which I can't obviously see, but if there was an SMT here, 100% I'd be in on this. But there's no SMT, so a little 50-50 on that. A little 50-50 on that, but it worked out really well. But yeah, I'd have to see an SMT there, but it all worked out, right? Had sweep of the liquidity, inversion of a fair value gap, and then just rip up the high. So that is clean trade right there. But that is, to sum up the week, first week of February. I can't complain with the results of that for sure. We'll go to today. So we have one win, one break even, one trade. Can't complain. Depending if you took the Friday trade, would be depending if that would be adding another win to the book or not. I'm not really. I don't think I'm gonna add it in. I'll add it in, but maybe just a note that it was an iffy trade. But I don't know. But yeah, anyways, if you guys like these videos, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. I'll be doing these literally daily. I'm going to start doing back testing every single day, and I'm going to do 1 week a day. So every single day that I can, there will be some days that potentially I'm busy doing something else, but most of the time I'm going to be uploading back testing videos every single day. So stay tuned. I'll be doing from 2020 all the way up to present date. So there'll be lots of videos coming out.